Well, walked into a still love to show the cards I had. They sent the hand that up and down, but I think you'd understand. This isn't you. This isn't you. Whoa. Well, I can break your photo glass and breathe in the size of walls. My lungs are facing your collapse, and I break with cannonballs. Your skin will crawl from their behavior like St. Louis didn't create your wings. And you don't know what conscience is. You are not awake.
Excuse me, what are you doing? Millennial 101 is getting ready to start right now.
All right. So Miss Jenny, please explain to us who was that we was just playing their music, basically.
So that was my friend. His name is Ryan. He's in like a one-person band.
Okay.
So he just plays the guitar and more instruments than just the guitar. So
Nice. So he's multi-talented.
he is very talented.
I like that.
Everybody go check him out. Definitely for this weather.
Yeah.
Right, because that was kind of like, that cuddle weather. All right, so you guys, we are back with our 8th show.
Wow.
I had to take a little pause right there because I looked around. We had a little complication earlier today, but we're on our 8th show, and I just want to say how amazing it is to be on our 8th show.
I know,
right? We're two
away from 10.
Right. So
two away from
10. Wow,
amazing.
That is great. So how was your guys' weekend? Explain to me. Tell me. Give me the tea.
Jen has a better.
Why does Lauren look at me there?
Because you went to Mexico.
Right.
Yeah, it was fun. I went to a festival actually, and I got to see a lot of artists, including my favorite, Paramore.
What?
And that was great.
Yeah, you had really good.
I was really, really close. So
Yeah,
that
I
was
saw
like
that.
honestly the best part. The rest, I mean,
I saw a concert too.
Oh, you did?
Halsey. Yeah, that was
Yes.
awesome.
Right.
The second time seeing her, pretty close again.
I saw.
Really good performer. I would suggest anybody to go see her. I think she's coming here for Jingle Ball, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Amazing set. I'm gonna post all of it on Instagram. I post some of it on our
Story.
story,
Yeah, I
so
saw
people
that.
could be interacted with it.
Sounds
And
like-
I know a lot of people might like her, so I reached out and put that out there.
Nice.
Nice.
You too, Jenny,
Jenny,
Lance.
go ahead, Jenny.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to Lance.
Right?
We're not gonna talk about mine. Just
Oh,
yet.
yes, we are.
No, because
Yes,
we're
we
gonna
are.
talk about it later.
But we
in
can
the
talk
show.
about it a little
Okay,
bit.
so a little bit. The only highlight of my weekend was that I had my cousin's 26th birthday. Shout out to my cousin Joy. She turns 26 tomorrow, but
Happy
Uh,
birthday!
pre-birthday
Happy
celebration,
birthday.
right? So pre-birthday celebration, and we hung out in Fort Lauderdale, and just to sum it all up, I got a little lit,
Mhm.
and yeah,
Little lit.
So
A little
yeah.
bit.
It was fun though. Like I'm not the type of music that I like and the type of scenes that I like. I like to go to lounges and stuff, but the club that we went to was really ratchet. And my cousin had told me, because they know that I don't do ratchet, so she was like, "Brother, I'm just gonna let you know, it's gonna be really ratchet." But let me tell you, when I got to the place, I forgot about the ratchetness because I was so
you
lit. I
became
was so
ratchet
lit.
yourself.
Right? I
happens.
It
happens.
I actually became ratchet.
You start
myself.
hating, and then you
Yeah.
become one of them.
One of them.
Right?
Worse than them.
No. I don't think I was worse.
Uh-huh.
The
We'll
next-
talk
the
about
next
it
day I
later.
was.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, we will.
All right,
We'll
so
judge that.
right, you guys will judge that.
Yeah.
Okay. Good thing I don't have pictures.
That'll be fun.
Well, I do have
Well, no,
videos.
you had
I
videos,
have
so
videos,
we all
right.
saw that.
If you had him on
We all
Snapchat,
saw
that was
it.
a good Sunday night to watch.
Yeah, my
Wow.
Sunday night
That's
was
like
just
different
work,
than you're
so
used to. I don't be
Yep.
posting on. All right, so let's move right on into our show. Let's go right into it, Lauren.
411, right?
Yep.
Here we go.
You won't believe el chisme que tengo. This is the 411 on Millennial 101.
All right, so we got the 411, we got the T. I just love this part because besides all the other ones, I love this one because we get to talk about what's popping in pop culture too.
Oh yeah,
Like we can talk
gossip.
the gossip. We need to, we get to get each other's opinions and feed off of each other pretty much.
We could feel like Cubans around a table drinking their
Cafecito, la
with-
colada.
Yeah,
I need
playing
some of that.
dominoes.
I need
Yeah.
some of that.
That sounds like
need
my
that.
every family gathering.
Right,
That doesn't
exactly.
sound like no type of family gathering I have. That just sounds like when I come to school. All right, so let's start off. So we have Selena and Demi. They've known each other for a very, very long time.
I love them.
Exactly.
Love them.
Since Barney and
Love Demi.
Barney.
they actually reunited at the InStyle Awards. InStyle Awards. What am I saying?
Yeah, a lot of stuff
I want
was
to say
going down.
magazine, but InStyle is a magazine. So they reunited at the InStyle Awards, and they always have that on and off again, and back again, whatever the word is called, relationship, friendship, or whatever. So just recently, Demi had came out with a song, and Selena had showed some love to her, and Selena came out with a song, and Demi showed some love to her. So
Yeah.
basically, they're back together as friends, which is really good. I think people that have a relationship for that long, I think they would never not be friends. Like they will have their faults, and then they'll come back and be like, all right, well, let's get it together.
I think there's love at the end of the day because
Right.
I've been there. I think I'm there with my best friend that we haven't been talking, but it seems like you need that time apart
right.
to grow and feel like you're crowding up my space. I don't know. When you know someone that's so long, it's just like sometimes you do feel someone's like all watching your every move and kind of criticize it. So you need to back up and then come back together. And it shows like they're showing love and being mature. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts, guys, on that? On their relationship? Or I don't want to say relationship, friendship, whatever.
It basically is a relationship
right,
at
it
this
is.
point
The
after all
friendships
these years.
after all these years, exactly.
It's
So-
like, why didn't you call me? Why? Oh, you invited her instead of me? Cool.
Right.
Okay, cool.
And I know, was one of them Taylor's friends, or they're not even part of that?
Selena is friends with Taylor,
Taylor,
so
right.
I think that's why they distance because I don't think Demi messes with Taylor. A lot of people
Right.
distance themselves because of Taylor.
She's like a cult.
It's a sign.
She's a cult.
Look what they
So
made her do.
moving on into more InStyle awards news, we have Zendaya, who was actually awarded at the awards show, and she explains what fashion means to her. So, what she had to say was that fashion is kind of like a confidence source for her. So she feels as like she takes fashion, and when she dresses up, it's more of like kind of like a show and tell type of thing. So she likes to try on different things, and she likes to become another person in a way. So that's what Zendaya had to say. And Zendaya is only like 21.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, we
she's
just
really
talked
young,
about
right?
that,
We just
yeah.
so she just turned 21, right? So just for her to have that type of mindset and maturity in her life, and not be what's the word that I want?
Well, like blended in.
Right,
with
like
them,
like everybody else. She doesn't want to be like everybody else. She kind of like is her own person. I kind of like that about her, and the fact that shows even better. And then in some other news for her dating life, she's actually dating her co-star Tom Holland from Spider-Man.
Oh
Spider-Man
wow.
movie, yes.
Oh, so they
really?
are dating.
They are dating. It's confirmed.
Nice.
Wow.
Confirmed.
They
Nice.
are. The source
Wow.
says that they have been they're like the bestest friends. Like
Aw.
they get each other's humor, they get each other's jokes, like all that kind of stuff. So they are dating,
That's
and
cute.
that's
is
Miss Zendaya. That's Miss Zendaya. Miss Zendaya.
I really liked him in if you guys ever seen The Impossible about the Thailand. Oh man,
I don't think
you
I've
guys
seen
could
that.
go on Netflix and watch it. He's really great in that movie. I didn't know he would. I didn't even notice that was the new Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
until I was like,
Homecoming, something, right?
Yes, Spider-Man
Yeah.
Homecoming.
I didn't
And
see.
he's in. I think. Oh no, he's not in. Wait, is he in the Avengers? One of the Avengers movies? Was he that Spider-Man guy or no? Or that was somebody else?
I don't think I watched it. So I don't
What the
know.
new
Uh,
event? Wait, no.
The new
The
one,
new
right?
one?
Yeah, I think.
He is.
Yeah,
he
he's
is in it.
Yeah.
He is.
So he's making his stamp, and he also said, so I don't forget, but Zendaya actually helped him with the public eye, like she showed him the ropes, ins and outs, and everything like that. So that's good. So in some other big news, we have Miss Queen Elizabeth, who I love talking about them because they're my family,
I know that's
The
his role.
Royals.
right? The Royals. So now we know people that bet on horses are rich, but Miss Queen Elizabeth is rich on a whole nother way, level, yes. So she rakes in almost $9 million in winnings. In the last 30 years, she's raked in $9 million.
Now I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
When I retire.
Right. So, last year her best earning was $5,540 just for a race.
What?
Right. She got some good behind horses.
Jeez.
I need to get me one of them horses. Now,
she has them like raised.
Right.
She probably picked them from when they were born.
When
and
they came out of the womb. But it says on people.com that she had her first horse when she was 4 years old. So, she's been around horses for a long time. And then she won her first race as an owner in 1949 when she was 23 years old as a princess back then.
Wow.
So she's been around the game for a very, very long time.
So she knows her stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, and how to invest it too.
Exactly. So, it says also that she currently owns about 25 horses. And the stable is not, of course, at Buckingham Palace. It's somewhere else. So don't go to Buckingham looking for the horses. All right, because you ain't gonna find them. You ain't gonna find no sea biscuits. Okay, go get you a biscuit from a diner or something. Because you're not gonna find them there. But a source said she loves horses more than her racing. She loves her horses more than her racing, and nothing about noting that about 2/3 of the Queen's horses are homebred. So, like you just said,
of course.
Yeah.
Taken out of the womb. Taken right on out that womb.
Horse.
Come on now, Queen Elizabeth, where you at, girl?
Come on, give me a horse.
Right, give me a check.
Pony.
Give me a check. All right, so I divided it up today. I had women, and then I'm gonna have the men. Unfortunately, the men, they always got something going on with them. Never no good news.
There's more drama with guys.
Right. Never no good news.
What?
So I'm gonna start off with Mr. Harvey Weinstein first.
Oh,
because-
Jesus.
Go right on in. So his ex-London assistant breaks silence about his sexual harassment.
Another one.
This case I think is like more of he needs to just leave the spotlight altogether, like just leave everything. I know he's left some of his projects, but this is like on a whole nother level. Like this is worse than Cosby to me.
Yeah,
because there's people that are like there's big names coming out.
Like Cosby was random.
Right, random. That came out of nowhere. This came out of nowhere too, but this
It's true, like
big people.
not
big names.
marketing, like going after people in the industry.
Right.
Which is like
come
terrible.
on, you really don't think nobody talks?
Right, exactly.
Seriously.
What were you saying, Lauren? Earlier today, you were telling me something about Matt Damon.
Oh yeah, that Matt Damon. I saw because I follow Rolling Stones, and they gave me a little snippet of how Matt Damon knew that he was doing sexual assault to Gwyneth Paltrow when they did the talented Mr. Ripley, and I was like, wow.
he knew.
Yeah,
I think that's worse.
Right.
I think that's worse.
But the fact that he come out and say that he knew.
I'm guessing in an interview he did say that he had some recollection of that.
Right.
There was an awkwardness. He probably noticed attention,
right,
and recognized that, but he probably didn't go into detail. And that is kind of messed up. That you see your coworker or something going through something. I would ask, "Hey, what's off?" I mean, it's putting yourself in a position. But
but still, like if you like,
look
that's
out
just
for
wrong.
real.
Right, and that business, people always say, "Oh yeah, that business is sketchy and stuff," but you never think it will go to that extent, But this young lady, or I'm gonna call her young lady because all ladies want to be young. So she actually signed a settlement back a couple years back, but something happened to one of her friends, and that's when she decided to break her silence. So she had an agreement, and apparently a lot of people have agreements on this kind of situation because of course he doesn't want his name to be dragged through the mud how it is right now. So her Perkins and a former coworker split a $330,000 settlement in October 1998. So not until recently she of course broke her silence, and that's just sad. I would hate for that to happen to my cousin or my sister, something like that. It's just sad.
I'm just confused on the situation that it took one person to say, and now everybody's saying it.
But that's always how it happens.
So I watch a lot of Law and Order.
Okay, good.
And so basically, like the victims will say that they don't want their story out there, like because then first, like certain reasons, like I'll lose all my sponsors, or I just don't want people to know who I am kind of thing. But then if one person does it, then other victims will feel like, okay, maybe I should say something and help the case. You know what I mean?
Like if they didn't get penalized for it, maybe if
I come out,
and it might help out the other person in the case.
And it's definitely helping because it's like maybe 20 people that have said something, even if they weren't like, even like Matt Damon, for example. Like,
exactly.
Even if it doesn't happen to them, but people that are know about it. So, I just crazy.
This is nuts.
So I'm gonna look on over to the camera over here, and we're gonna ask Millennial 101. Is this how we do this? Because this is my first time doing this. So ask me. Okay. So
just ask us anything.
Ask us anything, or
anything
even give
want.
your opinions on this specific topic, because this is something that's really trending right now. And if you
just have any opinions,
if you have an opinion about it, let us know. We would love to read it and maybe have a little conversation with you guys. So we're gonna move into another male figure. Tyrese from Fast and Furious series.
Well done.
We can talk about him.
Right. So I
don't think this is a good
thing. He apparently is under fire for abusing his child.
What?
Okay. Yeah. There's never anything good, guys. Like, this wasn't a good thing. So talk about bribery. So his daughter was supposed to take the stand earlier today or whatever, and he had a plane fly over. I'm not sure if it was a school or what, but he had a plane fly over with a banner that read, "No matter what, Daddy loves you, Shayla." Like,
wow.
So
that's a little sketch.
I feel like that's
trying to
bribe.
make it seem like, hey, don't tell people.
Right, don't tell people. And that's my thing. Like, are you guilty or
like trying too hard? Like, my dad never flew a plane over my school.
Right. Exactly. So, according to the Shade Room, like I just said, Shayla's testifying over allegations that Tyrese pinned her to the ground and spanked her until she was unable to sit later on.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Norma's team believes Tyrese sent the plane to influence his daughter before she takes the stand. Her team also says that Tyrese has sent her gifts to the school for her as well. So it was over her school.
Guilty.
Right, that's guilty.
Guilty.
Like, that's
super guilty.
Guilty. Right? Now, I know your parents beat you, and
La chancleta.
Okay, yep, exactly.
Right. Like
my mom never laid a hand on me, but she threw stuff at me.
Right. Okay. I got in the belt. I got in the hand and everything like that.
The hand must have been. I must have done something really bad.
Right. But
if
it goes to that extent, if your daughter is about to testify,
but you shouldn't be spanking your child till they can't sit
later on. Right?
That's abuse.
And to pin her to the ground.
Really?
Right.
Like, you're a grown man.
He was doing some slave type stuff.
Extreme,
I don't know what he was doing.
No, you're a grown.
Some Django. He was Django for a second.
He's so much
stronger
than
into
her.
the role.
Right.
He's huge.
Yeah, man.
Right.
No, that was Jamie Foxx.
But I get what you're saying. It's okay.
All
right.
He was trying to be like Jamie Foxx.
Right. He was trying to be like Jamie. So we're gonna move right on, and we're gonna end it on a light, quick note. So Mr. Nick Cannon says that he's done using Instagram. Now, what he means by that, right? So what he means by that is he's done putting his personal life on Instagram because he feels that Instagram benefits off of it, and social sites like hence the Shade Room or People.com, they get their information from Instagram. So, excuse me, he's done doing that. This is what he had to say. I wasn't making no money from Instagram. And Instagram is making all this money, all these billions. They're making so much money, and we're just offering our personal lives up. So
but it's true, though.
It is.
If you think about it, it's true.
But without them posting on Instagram, us bloggers and radio hosts and digital media people, we won't really have any news.
We have a lot of platform from it's a free platform
right,
to advertise, kind of.
So he just doesn't want them to own his stuff. So pretty much, Nick Cannon, he be wearing that thing on his head and stuff. He be thinking he's a whole different person. Just let him.
Let's see how long that lasts.
Exactly.
Let's wait
because his fans are gonna be waiting. So that's all I have for the 401. I'm Sir Lance J, and we're gonna move right on into our next segment.
But they don't know what is what, they just strut.
That's right, 24/7 Miami TV got the hottest show of the year, Millennial 101, with Sir Lance J, Miss J, Gen G, and LC, bringing the latest and greatest of our generation. Netflix and chill, traveling across the country, becoming famous off of YouTube. We got it all here on Tuesdays, 8 p.m., only here on 24/7 Miami TV.
Hey, this is Joy.
Siobhan.
Mike. And this is Drew. What's the show called again? What's cooking?
Are you
Mike,
kidding
where
me?
is it?
Always
Oh my
something
God.
to do.
The first 12 times? Sorry.
It's now trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from 3 to 5 on 247miami.tv.
Finally, I've been looking everywhere for you. Now we could keep talking here on Millennial 101.
My intro?
Oh my God, it's new.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
It's not the other
You started playing. I was like, what is this?
I was like, did she push the wrong button?
Right.
I love it. You know me so well.
I know
Take
you
away.
so
Oh my
well.
God.
Let us know these odd tidbits, girl.
I love this song. Okay, we have to do myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's start with an irony, guys. So a truck driver in New York parked a garbage truck at a gas station to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Then the truck started to roll away, traveling across the street and crashing into a gift shop named A Beautiful Mess.
Oh my God.
What is the irony?
Oh my
Like
God.
a garbage truck crashing into a gift shop called A Beautiful Mess. That's kind of funny. It caused extensive damage, but thankfully no one was injured. But I just thought that was like very ironic.
Thank God nobody was in that gift shop.
Yeah, there was no one there at the time, but that's crazy.
Wow.
So another one that I found that is very. You guys are gonna be like, what?
I can't wait.
Let's see if I say this right. And Utah. Utah. No, this is from Utah. Utah. Is that said correctly?
Yes, it's Utah.
That's correct.
Yes, I practiced it actually. I'm kidding.
What were you singing it before? I want to know. Like,
So a Utah mom was in her final days of pregnancy, and she thought she was going to go into labor last week, actually, and then it stopped. So she went back to work, and she works out as a judicial assistant at a district court. So jokingly, she asked the judge to serve an eviction notice on her baby. Vacate the premises.
Huh.
And he did. Like he actually signed the notice for the eviction. But it worked because after that, 12 hours later, the baby was born. What? That's crazy. I thought I saw that and I was like,
this
that's
can't
just
be-
insane. There's so many odd news out there. Like when I go like through a page and it's just like, this is insane. Like I don't know which one to choose. There's just so many odd news.
Alright,
That's crazy.
It is.
it's getting weirder and weirder.
It's getting weirder and weirder. And then this one is actually pretty cool. A Pennsylvania woman celebrated her birthday by going skydiving along with two very close family members.
Okay.
The amazing thing about it is that the woman is actually 94 years old. Yes.
So how old was the other people that went with her?
Just her granddaughters. But
Oh, wow.
it's crazy to see a 94-year woman jumping off.
I won't even do that now.
What?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they let her
So
jump
she said she figured she might not make it for another year, so she jumped out of
That's crazy.
out of a plane. We're like, what?
off. Wow,
That's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
Yes, sir. And that's it for me, guys.
That's
Every
it.
time I do boomerang.
Keep it locked.
Lance has been taking selfies.
Lance
this
is
whole time.
advertising
I'm
for
trying
us
to,
right now.
I'm trying to do a
So
boomerang. I can never do a boomerang. Like,
Lance uses my segment for social media.
for real.
Yep. Yep.
on commercial, stay tuned.
This is ugly.
What is what, but they don't know what is what. They just strut.
That's right. 24/7 Miami TV got the hottest show of the year, Millennial 101, with Sir Lance J, Miss J, Gen G, and LC, bringing the latest and greatest of our generation. Netflix and chill, traveling across the country, becoming famous off of YouTube. We got it all here on Tuesdays, 8 p.m., only here on 24/7 Miami TV.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down. 247miami.tv. The couch.
Hey, this is Siobhan bringing you news and entertainment on Now Trending. Listen each week as Drew and Mike try to uncover my dirty little secrets. Every Monday from 3 to 5 on 247miami.tv.
Guess who's back? Back again.
I'm Miss J, and this is Millennial 101.
Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Hashtag student loans.
Hashtag drinking.
Hashtag rent.
Hashtag the struggle is real.
Hey, friends, welcome back.
Hey, 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 hey.
So now that Lance is done with his, well, I
think
he's done.
I got one. No, I did. Look. I got it.
Oh, you did.
That's a good one. Look.
Oh.
I don't know.
Nice,
I don't.
nice.
You like that? You don't like it?
Haters gonna hate.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
Oh, you want me to show them?
I'm playing.
Let's show the viewers. What do you
Do
guys
y'all like
think?
that? I'm not a good boomerang person, so don't judge.
Okay,
Don't
so
judge me.
Lance is dealing with his own struggle
Right.
over there. So our struggle for this week, I think, I read today that a lot of people our age, like a lot of millennials, are having trouble. They're having like identity crisis. Like they go to school. Yeah, they go to school, and the article also said that our generation has the most educated people in it. Because we go to school trying to live the American dream,
Right.
and then we get stuck.
It's a lot of pressure.
Because there's such like high demand for you to go to school, and then there's not a lot of jobs. So then what happens is you get stuck, and what happens when you get stuck? You start to like feel anxious and like depressed, and then it leads to issues. And I think I can personally like agree with this.
I agree too.
You know what I mean? Because I'm stuck in a job that's a 9 to 5 because it's a 9 to 5 and it's full time and the money's constant.
Yeah, security.
But then it's hard because I have no time for anything else.
Right.
So, and Lance was just talking about this today too. Weren't you feeling like?
You know, just I agree with what you're saying totally. I think a lot of us get, and I'm talking of it because of course, like you just said, it happened to me. I feel like we get stagnant. We get stuck in a situation because we get comfortable with
That's
it.
the word I was looking for.
And then you lose yourself, and you're like, where do I start?
You don't lose yourself completely, but you lose part of you, and you're like, oh my god,
of your essence, of what your goals.
Exactly. You lose like your drive. You know what I mean?
Well, then I can't see her.
Yeah. What's going on here?
Sorry, guys. We're trying to figure stuff out.
We need to see each other in the eyes.
I just think like, you know, we tend to get stagnant and we tend to get stuck and comfortable to the point it's like, you know, okay, what am I doing now? And even though you may be doing everything that, you know, that you always dreamed of, or even just like, okay, I'm doing something, but it's still not enough, you know? Like that's where I was today. Like I was just like more of like, okay, well, all right. I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Like I feel like when I was at the job that I just had or whatever, like, you know, I was only supposed to have that temporarily. Like I was supposed to be like for 3 months tops, and it's been like maybe 6-7 months, and I'm just like, okay, no, like what is going on? Like I needed to be been going from this place, you know. So, and at the same time, yes, I have a radio show with you guys. You know, we're doing some other things on the side, and you know, you have all these different things going on, but at the same time, it's still like where like. Should I have been somewhere different, or is this where I'm supposed to be at? You know,
you start to kind of think like, what if I had done something different in the past? Would I be different now? Like where I am in life now? And I kind of think like that sometimes too, because I went the route of actually getting a degree, like a university degree. So I think that took up a lot of time. And then what happens? You get old and you need money and insurance, and then next thing you know, 20 years later, you're in a job that you've never liked.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're like, you're still here.
Exactly. Mine was supposed to be temporary. Hello. I just came up on like my 2nd year anniversary or something, 3rd year anniversary, something like that. that's a long temporary
Right, that's a
job.
long
You know what I
temporary
mean?
job.
And then it happens like you work 9 to 5, and then you come home and you have to eat dinner, and you have to get ready for the next
the
day.
day's gone.
Then you go to bed, and you're like,
Repeat.
A
what do
robot.
I do? Then by Saturday and Sunday, you don't want to do anything because you're tired. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of like forced myself because I picked up a part-time job at a radio station doing what we used to do, promotions.
Oh, where at
Intercom.
So
nice.
shout out Intercom.
Intercom.
Right.
Thank you
Good
for picking
news.
up for
Good
one of
news.
us,
So,
believing in one of us.
but then it's like everybody there is telling me.
I wish I had
Everybody
that. I
there
should
is
get
telling
that.
me like, just keep like nagging so and so, and they'll give
Right.
you a shot. How am I supposed to meet so and so? So and so is never there on the weekend. You know what I
Right,
mean? And
yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I
So,
know what you mean. 'Cause
and
that I get her. I understand.
And it sucks. And then you start to think like you spend a lot of time thinking like, where did I go wrong? What am I doing?
Right. And most of the time, it's not even your fault. It's just, and it's funny because on my way here, I was talking to my cousin. And I talked to my sister first and my cousin. But anyway, I was talking to my cousin, and she was telling me faith, and whatever you have faith in or whatever you believe, like me, I'm Christian, so I have faith in God and everything like that. But she always tells me just have faith and believe, make sure you don't give up on that, because right now it's just not your season. Like, this is not your time to be in LA or on E! News or whatever. Like, you have to start from the bottom to get to the top. And I think as millennials, we have a hard time with that because we're so used to having everything now.
Yep.
I used to have
Entitlement.
everything. Right.
Bingo.
It is a little bit of
It is a little bit of
And
entitlement.
impatience.
Right. And impatience. Right. Because I'm very impatient, but at the same time, you have to be patient because it doesn't just happen overnight. Like, you have to have skills. You have to be able to do things.
My mom tells me the same thing. She's always like, God has a plan, and when it's meant to happen, it will happen.
Right.
And I try to say that every day, but it's like, can it just be like now?
Right. Can it just be like next month?
Like,
but we're gonna get there. Like, as long as we, and when I say we, I mean us four. As long as we stay consistent and dedicated to what we want to do, this right here is a beginning to something new.
Yeah, this
and
keeps you grounded.
Right, this keeps you grounded. And even though this may not last for the next 2 years, this will open up another door to open up another door. To open up that
you never
door.
know who's listening
exactly
now.
to open up that door that you need to get into that that realm.
And the best part about this business is you never know who's listening. So there may be a TV producer listening, and even though you want to do TV, I don't, but he may know somebody who can help me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then you can help him.
And you can help you with
just
music.
connections.
Exactly.
Right. You better network, baby.
We're networking.
We just have to have patience. I think that's what millennials need, is a class on patience.
Right. That need to be like an actual class in college.
Seriously, everything is so convenient and right away, with our phones, getting notifications right away and getting the news right away, right on our phones.
And I think even and this is off topic, but even when it comes to texting people, like me, I'm the type of person that if I text you, in the next 10 minutes, you need to be texting me back. And I don't know, that's just me, but that's just with the whole not being patient thing.
Well, it depends. If it's something that can wait, I'm whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's something I'm anxious about,
right?
And I see the little bubbles, I'm like, come on, man,
right?
Hurry up. Why you taking so long?
Don't you hate when you see the little bubbles
and then
they disappear?
Oh,
I'm like, what are you talking? A paragraph?
Or what were you gonna say?
Right?
Why aren't they there anymore?
Right.
And then they take an hour, and then
they put LOL. Or they
right?
put one word or something. I'm like, it didn't take that long for you to write that.
Yeah.
LOL. That's all you got?
took 5 minutes to say LOL.
Right.
Get out of here.
No, 5 hours.
Don't text me no more.
Exactly.
But going back, I was gonna say that it does seem like a lot of us with the identity crisis is that we feel like robots.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if we're always attached to this phone. We're always looking at people through it. We're seeing what they're doing, and then we get that FOMO, which is fear of missing out.
Right.
And then we're like, oh, this person's succeeding, and they only did this and this.
What did they do that I didn't do?
Exactly.
Jesus,
and then you just start seeing that, and then it's just gets you in a whirlwind because it's all this pressure, all these things you're seeing, and then your family seeing oh, Jessica showed me her daughter doing this, and you're like,
oh God.
And you're like, but Brian's son did and you're like, wow.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I will say my family is good about, because I'm the one that's like, oh, look, so-and-so had a baby, they just started dating, and I'm married, I don't have a baby. I'm bitter about it. And my mom's like, you were meant to have it, you will have it. And I'm like, okay, fine. fine.
No, but you get what I'm saying. Like you hate when your family members are like, oh, but your cousin went to Harvard.
Oh yeah.
And you went to Miami, and you're like, thanks. It's like
yeah,
it's
but
just so much.
that cousin has $900,000 more debt than I do.
Right. So it's everybody has their
But also with like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but because I work a full-time job, that's every day is the same thing. It's very monotonous. Nothing changes, and it's very like I don't have to use any brain cells. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like it's
punch out,
punch a hole in the paper, and then I put the paper in a file. That's what I do all day. So by the time I leave, I feel like my brain has melted out of my ears.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that to me makes it worse because then I leave and I feel like I'm wasting my life.
What did I just do?
Yeah. Like,
Nothing.
What am I doing? You know what I mean?
That's what you say too when you leave?
Yeah. That's my life from Monday to Friday. It's just, it's pathetic. And then I'm like, I'm sitting here in front of a computer when I can be in front of another computer doing something that I actually love.
Yep.
And it's just, it makes me
cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
like
that
putting our
depression,
box.
even though I consider myself to be very patient, someone else in my same position, I'm sure they will already be depressed and with anxiety and all of that. But thankfully, I consider myself to be a little bit more patient and I'm just waiting for the right.
I think the fact that we acknowledge the fact that we are in a situation where it's like, okay, we need to get out of it. I think that's good. Like
that's
it's not
like 10
like,
steps ahead.
Right. Like I feel like because if you guys were in your predicament and thought you guys were just, oh, well, I'm good, I'm tripping.
Exactly.
But then that's bad. But the fact that we realized, because I was in the same predicament when I had my job, which I don't have anymore. But I was in that same predicament because I was just like, even though it was only half a day, still it was just like I could be using this half a day for something else.
That's what I think.
Like my mind.
Yes.
That's my mind. 8 hours a day.
I clock
from Monday
in
to Friday.
I clock in and literally, like, I'm not kidding you. I do my work and I clock out and I'm like, I just wasted 8 hours of my life. So what? I didn't even progress. Progress. I could have had the day to do. I could have been here recording demos or something. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's something else that I've been like, something has been like really deep on my shoulders. You want to say, not my heart, because it's different. But like making a demo reel. I see these jobs out there, like, to apply for like a news reporter and they ask for demo reels and I don't have that together. Now, the things that I've done, like
get your life.
Cancer, right? That's the get your life. What I was talking about,
get your life syndrome.
Right. Get your life syndrome. So, like you do all these other events, but you don't take the footage and you don't put it together. And it's like, okay, what did you just do it for? Yes, you did it for a great cause, but at the end of the day, like that was for some experience as well. So like, you need to put it together. Even like the radio thing, like, sound checks and all that kind of stuff, like all the stuff that we learned in the past 4 months. Like I want to hurry up and not hurry up, but I want to get it and put it together because now it's like, okay, what was that 4 months for? Yeah. Like even though yes, we're using it on every Tuesday night, but at the same time, like there's so much more.
You can't go to somebody and like I know this from experience. You can't go to somebody and be like, oh look, I was on air once. Do you want to take a listen?
Exactly.
And I did. I think it was for like traffic, and I was like, look, I was an intern, and they put me on air, and he's like, demo.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I feel like this show we could use that for a demo because like we're about to be 9 shows soon and we're not stopping no time soon.
Nope.
So like by the time we get to like next year, who knows what month, whatever. But I feel like this show could be used as that because we all get enough talking time.
I'm not even gonna lie. This is on my resume.
And my YouTube channel. I don't care. Yes, okay. So I don't blame you.
The business cards.
I don't blame you. Like, and that's what, like, for my old podcast, I told my friends, like, they were like, I was never in radio. I'm like, no, you were. Like, you had a podcast. You have episodes
can put that on.
That, right? Yeah. You did
experience
for that podcast. So like, you need to put that down. Like, you wasn't just there just to be there. Like, get your life.
Anything you do, the little bit that we did with Susan G. Coleman,
I put that. Me too.
Hello, camera operations.
I put that on my resume. Okay, better get your life. So we talk about a lot of get your life.
See, and now look, all this talk's got me all excited that I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, I'm at work again.
But guess what? You could be at work.
Like, wow.
You could be at work, and you could be like, what am I doing this week that's gonna help me out in this business or whatever? Maybe you could just come up with something. Maybe just do like a little video.
I think a lot of people get stuck on the present instead of like actually portraying what they want to do in the future.
Right.
So that's when the anxiety and like the depression to like just eats you.
Yeah.
So I think mostly it's just focusing of what you want to do. Like for example, if I know I have a pathetic job from Monday to Friday, but I know that for the weekend at least I want to try to do something that fulfills me.
Right.
And then that's how you can lower your anxiety and your depression. So
that's a good point. That's
how I see it.
Right.
That's how I see it.
I like that. I think I should just
advice.
end the whole segment because that
Yes,
was some
let's
really,
just
really good
leave it
advice.
there.
Leave it there.
Just
Drop
leave
the
it
mic.
There. Take that.
There you go.
Drop that mic.
All right.
So Lauren, take us away with the next,
next commercial.
Now we're gonna get more advice, right?
Right.
More
This
advice.
is some more fun advice.
Lance will have to take notes now.
Oh,
This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from 3 to 5 on 247miami.tv.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and
W. Dubai Knows It All.
catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down.
247miami.tv.
The couch.
They know what is what, but they don't know what is what. They just strut.
That's right. 24/7 Miami TV got the hottest show of the year, Millennial 1-on-1, with Sir Lance J, Miss J, Gen G, and LC, bringing the latest and greatest of our generation. Netflix and chill, traveling across the country, becoming famous off of YouTube. We got it all here on Tuesdays, 8 p.m., only here on 24/7 Miami TV. Finally, I've been looking everywhere for you. Now we could keep talking here on Millennial 101.
I know I'm not the only one that needs help surviving my 20s. Up next, it's survival mode.
Well, we have.
All right.
I love that intro.
So, survival mode, guys. So, Lance brought up a great thing today because we've all been there, all probably going through it, or you're going to go through it tonight, or you're going to go through it this weekend. Being hungover.
Not tonight.
Getting real having real fun to real messed up to reality slapping you right in the face.
Been there, done that.
Making you run to the toilet at 5 a.m.
Oh yeah, but I never do that.
Yeah, right.
That's never
I
happened
never
to
get
me.
hangovers.
That's never.
I never get hangovers.
Okay.
So then today you needed all of our
superpower.
advices to bring you back to life a little bit today, right?
Right.
So why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about your
Your
struggle on Monday?
So,
On a Monday.
I know.
Right,
The
guys.
worst.
Can't remember.
It's not even like Mondays are bad enough.
Yeah,
as
not
they
even
are.
like from like Saturday or Sunday morning. No, Monday.
Ugh.
Right.
Ouch.
Talk about Monday blues.
So, I woke up, okay, and that happened. I'm not going to go into that, but that happened. And then I threw up at least 4 times that entire day. I did not eat the entire day. So the first 2 times I threw up, was alcohol, of course, and then the last 2, I don't know what, but it was clear, and I was confused, So I was scared to eat stuff like all I know is that Gatorade and saltine crackers are life.
Yeah.
And that's still what you're eating now.
Exactly. I'm scared that my stomach is going to turn and I'm going to throw up again. So I just want to keep eating saltine crackers and Gatorade.
Oh,
But
God.
it's so surprising to me because, like I told you guys, I never get hangovers. So, and I've been drunk before. But Monday was just a reality, like just like kind of like this somebody punched me in my face like a knockout or something because I was so confused with what was going on. Like, I think it was because I mixed Henny with dark Henny with light liquor or whatever. Because I went to my Thai restaurant, and the restaurant is really cool or whatever. But I got the strongest drink on the menu because I was like, I'm out here, I'm ready to get lit. I was ready to get lit. By the time I left that restaurant,
You're ready with the self.
Right. By the time I left that restaurant, I was like everything, and nothing else mattered but the drink. That's all I was worried about. Got to the club. We had VIP, so that made it worse because we had 3 bottles come out.
Oh, no.
Right, 3 bottles come out. You know, and the bodyguards. I was like, yeah. And I was turned. I was turned for Jesus. That's what I was turned for because it was Sunday, so I had went to church earlier in the day. And you know, I went to church. I was like, let me get my blessing first before I go out. And he blessed me, all right.
Hashtag turn for Jesus.
That needs to be our thing.
Oh my gosh, that needs to be a shirt. That's
seriously.
Seriously. Hashtag turn for Jesus. It's on a Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. So if I had to give any advice on, and my mom was like, "Brother, you're dumb." Now she's like, and this is advice from her, but never mix dark and light, which I already knew. But you know, when you're drinking, all you see is liquor. All you see is liquid, and that's what I saw.
Especially
when it's free.
No, especially if you leave your house with that mentality, you already knew that you had a party. Like you were going to a club. Like you already with that mentality to get lit.
And you know what messed me up even more was because I don't know if y'all saw my Instagram throughout the weekend, but I had some strawberry Henny. So I drank that before I even got to the restaurant. Then I got to the restaurant and had the strongest drink. And then after that, I was gone. And then, you know, by the time 3:50 came and I got home, 3:30 came and I was home, I was just like, I don't even know how my contacts came out my eye, but they came out. They did. So I don't know how they came out for real. I really don't know how they came out.
The alcohol rubbed it off.
Wow.
It's amazing what you do and don't remember the next day.
Oh my goodness. See, I don't like that feeling.
Yo, you're
I
so
don't either.
drunk. I need to come off of you.
Oh
Your contacts are getting drunk.
When I'm drunk, I honestly I take off my makeup, I put my PJ, I put my socks. Like I remember to everything in the morning. It's like, what do I do?
Right.
And I go, I'm like, I see everything's folded. I'm like, what?
And you know,
I'm
you know the
serious.
craziest part? Like how lit the night was next day. And it was about 25 of us. Nobody went to work. So
That's
it was
serious.
lit. Like, and I told my cousin, I said, why would you make it on a Sunday? Like, why would you do
Why
that
not
to
do it
us?
Saturday?
Sunday
Because she found a good deal on Sunday or something. I was like, that's
Now we
dumb.
know why.
Now we know why. That's dumb. Stop being dumb. Okay?
Honestly, Sundays are the best to go out. I used to do that, not anymore, because you know I grew up. But on in Wynwood, El Patio, they have this on Sundays. They have sancocho Sundays, which is like soup. Sancocho is a soup, a Colombian soup, right? And you're supposed to drink that when you're hungover. So you go out on Saturday and you are completely hungover on Sunday. So you go there for sancocho, but then they have drink specials, and then you just do it all over again.
No, you get
I
messed
can't
up.
do that, man.
It's crazy how like you know they just want you to get lit again.
No, my coworkers talk about El Patio, and
Oh god,
they're destroyed.
You know, in our patio.
Yeah,
It's
just-
El
it's a-
Patio
yeah.
of the Star.
Right by
El
the
Patio
butcher
for you.
shop.
On a Sunday, you guys should go to Cabo Flats on Doral City Place.
What is that?
Remember City Place near?
Yeah, I know, but what is that?
Are good and they're super strong.
I can't drink
What?
margaritas; they give me
Oh,
heartburn.
I don't like
Margaritas, I'll go there.
I could drink a
You
mojito.
can come with me. Love.
Anything else than that?
If I'm off on a Sunday, that will be.
We do though need to go out again because remember when we went out after we graduated?
Oh, yeah, trust me, I
Not on
remember.
Thursday when I have to be an adult the next day.
We need to do it like on a Saturday.
yeah.
Or a Friday night.
I got home like at 6 a.m. I think I
Girl,
got home
you're
the
nuts.
next day.
I know you continued.
Yeah.
Right.
You continue. We left.
Well, you guys know the story.
Sure did leave.
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah,
work-
we know
we
the
know
I had to
story.
work in the morning. That's why I left.
Me too.
Yeah.
I
And it was
had
that
to work.
job I
I had
had.
to work the
Mhm.
next day.
Hello.
Right.
I don't know how I made it to my job, but I did.
I don't know how you made it to your job either. I almost didn't make it to
She's
my
a
job for you.
superhero. She's a superhero.
Wow.
Uh-uh.
And you left like at 12.
And I was dragging at work. Okay.
We left like at what, like 3, almost 2,
Almost
and
2.
you 6.
Yeah.
Wow, Jen.
Yeah.
Party hard.
Jen's a party animal.
But
though.
let's talk about the tips.
Right.
Like,
yes. Please
oh, yeah,
get
can we,
tips.
like-
because we're like talking about experiences, but we
right.
need to tell people like how,
What
how
to
to
do,
make it through.
right, what to do, what not to eat, what to eat, you know, on that topic.
Okay. Does anybody have anything?
My
What do you
go-to.
eat?
My go-to is usually ginger ale to settle the stomach. I do Gatorade to put some electrolytes
Yes,
or Pedialyte. Pedialyte
What
will
is that?
save a life.
It's like
It's what
Gatorade for kids.
But
Oh, like
literally,
Pediasure.
Pediasure for when you're older.
But that's the milk.
And Pediasure is a meal replacement.
Yeah, it's more.
Pedialyte is just electrolytes for kids.
But think about it, kids need
like
more.
when they get like the stomach flu or something, you buy them Pedialyte.
Never heard of that.
No, it saves lives. It's not that great, but it saves lives.
It's nasty.
It tastes like artificial fruit punch, even though fruit punch is artificial. It literally tastes like fruit punch kind of.
So no sugar. Is that what that means?
I don't know.
I think no. Yeah, no sugar at all. I don't think.
So what do you eat?
Eating, I would go and get a big Cuban breakfast. That's always like with the tostada, fries, eggs, pancakes.
But how do you get up and do that? Because let me tell you, I couldn't even get up.
It's hard. It's hard.
Okay, so she's talking about breakfast, but she's probably eating it at like 1.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when you're hungover, you ain't getting up at 8 in the morning.
Right. And you know, I never had sympathy for people that were hungover. Like, I would text them in the morning. They'd be like, I'm hungover. I'm like, well, what is wrong with you? Talk. And now I understand.
Now you get it, don't you?
Yeah.
And let me just tell you how it gets worse when you get older. Because let me just tell you, I have, I don't know, 6 or 7 beers in one night.
Right.
And I wake up the next day and there's like a shooting pain straight through my head, into my brain and out of the other side. And it's just the worst headache you'll ever have. And I can't live. I can't function.
Yeah, I'm scared for my 25th, honestly. I don't think there's gonna be no alcohol.
And it almost like turns you off of drinking for a while.
Right, yeah. I saw and not to get off the tips and stuff, but like my dad had brought home some Malibu and some Bacardi, and when I looked at it, I got sick.
Yep.
I can't see that. I can't.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't even get next to the smell.
Oh God. But
yeah, it's the
next
worst.
time it happens, it's really weird. But one of my go-tos is watermelon. Because it's so refreshing and
so
just like you're dehydrated and there's so much water in watermelon.
Right.
I don't know.
And it has some taste, a little.
What you mean it has some taste? It do have some taste.
Well, if you get a good one.
Yeah.
When they're sweet and like
watermelon banging.
I don't know. There's something. Or we used to go to like greasy food places or like a food
so you
buffet.
can't eat greasy stuff.
Yes, I told you that earlier.
I know. Online it said don't
That's
eat
the best,
it.
honestly.
You have to like. You have to like wait.
I don't take it that far.
No, you have to wait till your stomach settles. So you can't like wake up. You're like, oh, I feel sick. Let me get a burger. You have to like wait. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you have to wait.
Lay down a little bit, maybe take a nap, and then go. Because I don't know about you guys, but I can't eat right away either.
No, I usually wake up. I usually wake
swallow
up.
a Ritz cracker.
No. I wake up. I wake up and I can't even have water. Honestly.
Oh wow.
I can't.
I wake up
It's
so
just-
thirsty, so I grab water and literally drink like not a lot.
It's I can't, like, it doesn't go through. Like I try. Yeah, I know I have to drink water, but I just can't.
Right.
So I usually what I do if it's during the week and I don't have to work, I take a shower really, really, really quick. I go straight to work, and on my way to work, I order food delivered to my job. So when I
She's
get
like
there,
a pro now.
Right.
so when I get there, I already know that I have my food. So I'm good to go. I usually have a Coca-Cola, and then we talked about this tequeño, which is a like kind of like a cheese stick, but not fried. It's like, but it's the best, honestly. That just gets me through
So
the
that's
day.
your go-to.
My go-to.
I think my go-to. Well, since I'm new to this,
My go-to one time.
Right, my go-to one time.
The one time.
Would be broth. I don't know, like broth was,
was
easy for me because the Ritz crackers, like I was trying to eat.
Yeah, but
Ritz
it's like when you're
crackers.
sick and you want chicken soup.
Right.
The broth.
Yeah, the
and
broth.
There's salt in it.
Exactly. So that helped me, and like a thing that helps me when I throw up and stuff, and this is just in general too. Like I lick my hand, like the back of my hand, and I put salt on it, and then you lick it. And no, but this is something my dad, like we grew up doing this. So my dad always told us to do that, and it works. It settles
Does it
your
like
stomach.
stop you from throwing up?
Well, it settles your stomach after you throw up because it's salt. So like it's just.
But that's weird. I've never heard of that.
No, it's a soup. You're talking about soup.
No,
right?
No, you didn't hear what he just said. He licks the back of his hand,
Back of the
puts
hand.
salt,
Like, you know, you're about to
and
take a
licks
shot.
it again.
I'm about to take a shot. Huh?
Like if he's gonna take a shot of
Right.
a
Look at-
Patron right
Let
now.
me tell you, if you try it,
Right,
just
look,
try it. Like,
I wish you guys look at this.
I can't even drink water. You want me to put salt in my mouth?
but not a lot. You just do like a little bit. You just and then you just like a shot.
Okay.
Right.
I don't. Maybe.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it a
Right.
try. You never
Well,
know.
Next time you throw up, 'cause I guess you throw up that.
But that's the thing. I never throw up. Like I'm dying of a headache, but I'm puke free since '93.
Let's switch bodies because that's throwing up.
You better be careful. Remember him?
No, honestly, I tell everyone I'm puke free since '93.
That's
I was
funny.
13 years old.
That's funny.
When I started to drink. No, I'm kidding. No,
kids, don't try this at home.
No, I'm
please.
kidding. Honestly, I don't puke for real.
No, if you
but I'm dying. Honestly, if you see me the next day, I can't even talk. My head is about to explode. I think that's why. And then people tell me like, "Dude, try it out,
Just
so you can feel better." And I try and I can't.
I can't.
Nothing happens.
If I'm drunk and I throw up, that's one thing. But if it's the next day and I'm hungover and they're like, throw up and you'll feel better, and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna be sick all day.
Yeah,
I can't.
Same. It's just I honestly try. I physically try and
No, I won't
nothing.
even try. I don't like throwing up. When I get the stomach flu or anything,
Who
just
likes
like
that?
the
I've been
feeling.
trying to go poop instead of throwing up.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
okay.
sorry, but like I try to like go the
no,
other
everything
way.
will come out for me if I do that.
I
Like,
can't.
No, and all holes. If I try anything, if I.
She said all.
Yeah, because when I throw up, I feel like trying up when I'm drunk like that. Yeah, forget it.
Lance is like crying almost.
She said,
God, that's intense.
Like serious face and all.
Oh my god, I can feel that.
So the go-to liquid, I would say mine. It's
Gatorade.
I would say
Coke
Gatorade.
for me. Coca-Cola.
And
That's it.
You want to? Oh, you know what?
But
I
a
used to
lot
love
of people
too?
just go for Gatorade.
I used to love Mountain Dew.
Oh.
When I was young. I know it's really weird, but I'm telling you, it feels so much better ever. I think it's the sugar in it.
Yeah, that's why I think you get the Coke.
Yeah,
because of the
it's
sugar,
just like,
but
oh, the rush
Mountain
also.
Dew,
And you
ew,
end up-
Mountain Ew.
But it's so good. And if you want to be a real pro, just take some ibuprofen the night before and chug a bottle of water.
Yeah,
I have
when
a lot
you
of-
start feeling like you're
I have
ready,
friends that
like,
do that, and they wake up the next day, and they drink way more than I do. And they wake up the next day, and they're like, "I'm good. Let me get a beer."
Yeah.
Isn't there a pill that you can take too when you're hungover? Like there's something that you can
I think if there was one, that person would be like the richest person in America.
I think it's called
there's
a leaf.
She was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say something like something I never heard of. It's called a leaf.
Baby aspirin.
I was like, "Aleve, what's Aleve?" Oh,
Well, when I'm in like 3 beers in and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna keep drinking more. I'll pop in like 2.
that's what I'm saying. You take
2
some
Advils
ibuprofen or something before bed. Drink some water.
But nothing's on your stomach but liquor. Isn't
Well,
that
no,
bad?
I try to eat. See, that's what you have to do.
Oh, you
have
gotta eat before you go to bed. Something like
Oh, no,
McDonald's.
Well,
I
no.
the worst. I was like,
Go plain and simple. Bread and butter. Plain and simple.
On some Cuban bread. See, I need that.
I don't want that when
You
I'm
know
drunk.
what? I'm getting that tonight.
I want some Taco Bell.
But
when
y'all
I'm
keep
drunk.
talking about all this Cuban food and it's making me want some Cuban bread. Put it right in the oven, warm that up, and eat it up.
But so, any other tips, guys?
Right. I think so you had something odd, Mountain Dew. I had lick your hand, put some salt
That's
in it.
pretty
I'm gonna
weird.
try
I
that.
said some
I'm gonna try
Pedialyte.
it.
Pedialyte. And what'd you have? What's your weird thing? Something
Coca-Cola. I already said it.
Coca-Cola.
She likes saying that word.
Coca-Cola and
Coca-Cola.
ordering food.
Because I can't say
Right.
Coke.
Right. All right. Oh, you can, but that first time we
No,
Okay,
you caught us off
Coca-Cola.
guard.
that was unexpected. No, mine's Coca-Cola for sure.
Okay. All right. So cool. So
That seems like
you
that's
guys
some good
got
stuff.
you guys got some tips on foods, liquids.
Actually, let's ask
oh.
them if they have anything. You could
Let us
definitely
know.
write it on here if you have anything that is good remedies, like licking, the back of your hand with
Send
some
us
salt.
messages. Let us know.
So let us
Maybe
know.
Maybe you guys have some weird
Maybe
traditions in their families, like how you said you and your dad licked. So maybe somebody else
Mhm.
does something else.
Right. Not just me and my dad.
So
my
let us
family.
know at Millennial101 underscore.
I think it's just you and your dad because I've never heard that before in my life.
Oh my god. All right. So our show is ending soon. So you can message us at Millennial101 or you can DM us. Either way is fine. And maybe next show we'll actually read those comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will.
So on that note,
What do we got next week?
Next
Anything fun? Guess what's next week?
Oh, right, Halloween.
And we're coming in costume.
Halloween. I'm gonna come as Medea maybe instead.
Oh, wow,
that'd be funny. That'd be hilarious.
That would be
Hi,
awesome.
Terrence. I'm gonna talk like her too.
Oh my God,
I'm
yes.
excited.
All right,
I'm
so
excited.
guys, thank you so much for listening to Millennial 101. We will see you guys next week in our costumes, and we might have some lights and everything like that. Also, thank you to our viewers watching us tonight. You know,
Yes, thank you
for watching.
message us, and we're gonna catch you guys next week.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
Later.